Hey everybody, welcome back to Fantasy Theory. So if you didn't hear, Cinemacon was the last, I think 2 days, I don't know if it was 2 or 3 days, but we got a whole lot of news, a lot of releases coming out, a lot of information we got. So we're going to go through it, kind of do like a non-scripted video. I have a few things written down that I wanted to talk about, just things that I want to get to. We're going to cover all the things that I'm kind of interested in and things that maybe I'm not so interested in, but I thought maybe you guys would be interested in or just wanted to hear about it. A lot of things were just like little announcement things or little teasers, but Marvel really put out a lot, and I'll put it out on the screen, but we'll get to Marvel at the end because Marvel was on April 11th, and I'm not exactly sure when this video will come out, but I'm pretty sure it was April 10th and April 11th. But let's get into the video. We started off with DC, and they released the Superman logo, and it looks pretty cool. I mean, I don't really see a problem with it. I think they already released the Superman logo, like of it in the snow. So I think this is just reconfirming it, but it's cool. I think they had a few people from the cast there kind of talking about Superman Legacy or just Superman now, but it's pretty cool. The next thing we got is Five Nights at Freddy Part 2 releases fall 2025. I personally do not care, but I thought let's put it in there. Maybe some people will be excited for that. Then we go over to Paramount, and they actually gave some really cool news, and I'm actually kind of excited. I'm not going to lie for this one. Paramount is developing a rated R live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles adaptation of The Last Ronin. Now, this is pretty huge news. Usually, I think in the comics, first off, I used to be a really big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fan growing up, and I kind of fell out of it. But the things they put out now are more kid-friendly, but a rated R Last Ronin Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie is dope as hell, and I cannot wait to watch this. I mean, this is sick. This is really cool. I can't believe Nickelodeon and Paramount are going through with this. They said it's only in development right now, but we don't have anything like story-wise or characters or like casting or anything like that, so we don't exactly know what it is, but it's in development, and I hope it doesn't fall through. Next, we got Transformers 1, the official logo, and it's in theaters on September 13th. It didn't say the year, but I assume it's this year if they give an exact date like that. It came out with the first trailer for Transformers 1, which reveals Optimus Prime and Megatron's origins as worker friends before learning how to transform. It's in animation, which I didn't know. I thought it was live action, but it makes sense that it's in animation and not live action, considering they just came out with the other Transformers movie and they're going to come out with this one so much sooner. So at first I was like, wow, they're really pumping out Transformer movies, but it's animated. Speak of Transformers, the Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover film is officially happening. I don't know how they're going to do this, but I am excited as hell for this. I'm not a big G.I. Joe fan, but this crossover seems like crazy. G.I. Joe and Transformers, sign me up. It's happening. We don't know exactly in what way, when it's going to happen or anything, but it's happening. Let's hope it doesn't fall through. And finally, we got Aang the Last Airbender. It's the official title for the upcoming animated Avatar film set to release on October 10th, 2025. And we even got more information that Dave Bautista will voice the villain in the movie. So that's pretty cool to hear. I mean, I'm a big Dave Bautista fan. I'm a wrestling fan, so of course I like Batista. But that seems to be all the Paramount news. There's a few other things like the development on the first Black Samurai, which will be pretty cool. They said Christopher Nolan's Interstellar will release in IMAX this fall, and also there's going to be multiple Monsterverse spin-off shows that are in development at Apple. So if you're a fan of the Monsterverse, you're going to like that news. But let's jump over to my favorite, at least of these, Marvel. We're going to get to the big one, but right now let's go with the small ones that I think we could talk about. Kevin Feige confirms Thunderbolts with an asterisk is the official title. We won't tell you any more about that until the film comes out. So I have it on the screen here. It's literally Thunderbolts with an asterisk. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's subject to change, but I don't know. Maybe that's not really the title. They're going to call themselves something else, but who knows? It's weird. But I'm in for it. We also got some looks at Captain America Brave New World. They released the first clip of Captain America Brave New World, which shows Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross, which we kind of saw coming because with all, I think they announced it, but with all the lead up and everything, we kind of just knew that he was Thunderbolt Ross. And the plot of it so far is he wants to restart the Avengers, but he's seen disagreeing with Sam Wilson, Captain America. They even brought out Anthony Mackie on stage to talk about it in theaters on the 14th of February 2025, so I think Valentine's Day, right? And he came out and spoke about that with Kevin Feige. And they also talked about Fantastic Four will be fully shot in IMAX. That is pretty cool. We also got a first look as Anthony Mackie in Captain America Brave New World. It's just him with the shield, no suit. And we also see an image of Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross with an Air Force One jacket, and Anthony Mackie in the suit with the shield. Looks like they're talking or something like that. But the suit looks like exactly like the leaks. It looks a little darker, like more black than blue, but I think it's just the lighting. I can't really tell. But cool little shot. Anthony Mackie also talks about Tom Holland's past comments about not having his own movie. He says, I'm going to make sure that Marvel makes him come to the premiere, and then I'm going to sit him next to me, and I'm going to watch him watch the movie. That's pretty funny. You know, they have like that little beef. It's funny beef, but you know what? Let's get to what we all were, hoping for. Deadpool and Wolverine. So this is going to be a little all over the place because I don't exactly know how it came out. There's like different reports on like what came out first, what came out second, what came out last. They aired some footage shot specifically for Cinemacon. And it goes, Deadpool says, so I heard Secret Wars is finally going to introduce ... and the phone rings. Wolverine pushes Deadpool out of the frame, looks into the camera, and says, hey bub, you're in the movie theater, turn off your fucking phone. Wolverine continues to curse the audience out as Deadpool gets back into frame and says that hearing Wolverine break the fourth wall makes his dick vibrate. Deadpool finishes by saying, nice fourth wall break, didn't think you had it in you. And that was shot specifically just to let people know to shut their phones off at CinemaCon, and I don't think it's going to be in the movie. Maybe they'll play it before the movie starts, which would be pretty cool, but that's not even half of what we got. That was the dialogue between them. Kevin Feige came on stage to talk about it and literally said, Deadpool and Wolverine is fucking awesome. I'm allowed to say that. It's R-rated, which is the first time I've ever heard Kevin Feige curse, which makes sense for the movie. Like he says, he's allowed to say it. It is rated R. And you know what? It fits here perfectly. He also says there will be a Deadpool and Wolverine popcorn bucket designed by Deadpool. I don't know what this is going to look like. I wonder if it's going to mimic Dune Part 2's popcorn bucket in any way, or if it's just going to be like its own thing, like a Deadpool head or something. I don't know. All I know is I'm buying it. I don't care what it looks like. I'm buying it. I hope they incorporate Wolverine's claws and Deadpool's mask or something like that. Maybe like Deadpool's head with like a claw coming out of it or something. That would be pretty sick. But it's made by Deadpool, so I'm sure it's going to be pretty wacky. They aired 9 minutes from Deadpool and Wolverine to the attendees, which the attendees says were awesome. And here's a full description from Deadpool updates that kind of showcase what happened at CinemaCon. Captain America, the Winter Soldier music is playing in the background. Deadpool sells used cars, absolutely offends a family of 4, and he's officially done as a superhero. This is his midlife crisis, which kind of adds up to what we saw in the trailer so far. He gets a surprise party from all his friends. Of course, this is, like I just said, something we've seen in the trailer. And Wade Wilson says, and I don't know what context this is in, but he says, cocaine is the one thing Feige said is off limits. I don't know how this comes up, but you know what? That's what's off limits. The TVA shows Wade his past, present, and possible future. Way more fourth wall breaking at Fox's expense, and a new suiting up scene with Deadpool's new suit and adamantium swords. Wade asks, does this mean loads of cameos when he's told by the TVA that he has to protect the sacred timeline from a looming threat? We even see Thor crying over Deadpool's body. That's right. Thor crying over Deadpool's body, and that happens in the distant future, Agent Paradox tells him. Deadpool says, fuck it, Fox, I'm going to Disneyland. So what to break down here? Not too much. It seems like there's hope for a Chris Evans Captain America appearing with the Captain America Winter Soldier theme playing. A ton of fourth wall breaks at Fox's expense, it says. So, we're going to see a lot of shots fired at them, but you know what? I kind of figured that was going to happen. He's probably going to poke fun at the movies and like the timelines and stuff and Wolverine. But a confirmed thing, Thor is going to be in the movie, which I was not expecting whatsoever. I'm for it. I love Chris Hemsworth's Thor, and I think it's going to be great. So I'm cool with that. The Deadpool and Wolverine footage ended with Logan and Wade driving in a car. Wade says, why do your friends let you leave the house looking like you play for the Los Angeles Rams? And Logan says, shut the fuck up. The Rams football team, those are their colors. It's Wolverine's suit. So, that makes sense. Shout out to them. And that seems to be everything. We also got like a Planet of the Apes thing. There was about 13 minutes of the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes being shown there. I don't really follow the movie. Maybe I'll watch it, but they showed 13 minutes of that. And I think that's everything for Marvel, DC, Paramount. As you could tell though, Marvel really came in swinging. I think they had like a ton of different other things. Like they have some Pixar stuff and everything. Let's go. Honestly, let's freaking go. I forgot to add before, the SpongeBob movie Search for SquarePants releases in theaters December 19th, 2025. I completely forgot to say that. So, you know, that's one more thing for Paramount. But you let me know what you thought of Cinemacon this year. I think it's over now. I'm excited. I mean, what's not to be excited? We got a lot of Deadpool stuff. We got Captain America stuff. We got Superman stuff, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff, Avatar stuff. The list just kept going on. I'm excited. I think we're in good hands. It seems like some studios like Paramount are just shooting for the fences on this one. I'm for it. Let me know what you think, what's been your favorite part of Cinemacon. Leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Have an incredible day.